Here's the uncomfortable question. Is Donkey Kong Bananza's first DLC actually worth $20? Or did Nintendo just sell you a museum ticket and call it an expansion? Emerald Rush slaps, no debate there, but DK Island without the timer and perks is a postcard you can jog through. Today we're slicing this banana cleanly down the middle. What works, what doesn't, and who should buy it now versus park it on the wish list. Quick setup so we're aligned. DK Island and Emerald Rush dropped September 12, 2025 on Switch 2 for $19.99. Access is post-credits only, which already tells you who this is for. People who master DK's momentum, chunk tech, and transformation swaps, and still want a reason to break the sound barrier. Multiple reviewers converge on the same shape. Emerald Rush is the steak, DK Island is the parsley. IGN's Logan Plant calls it fun but inessential versus the base game's high bar. Nintendo Life lands on ridiculously fun mode, oddly empty island. And CRG Connected plants a 75 with the same caveat: if you hate roguelites, this does not convert you. Let's start with the good sugar. Emerald Rush converts Bananza's destruction first platforming into a tight roguelite loop. You spawn underleveled. The clock gives you 99-100 seconds, quotas escalate, and every fossil or emerald banana is a build decision. The spin is clever. Perks don't just buff damage, they change your scoring economy. Groove perks can hijack your brain. Get Turf Groove and suddenly you're surfing like a maniac because distance equals money. Pick a Zebra Bananza bonus and now enemies are piñatas. That loop flips how you route stages you thought you knew. And it rewards deep mechanical literacy, cancel windows, momentum carries, barrel chain efficiency. It's the difference between playing DK and driving him like a stolen forklift. Where the sources agree is the loop's rhythm. Everyone notes the same gratification curve. Early rounds feel breezy, the multipliers start stacking and then pressure spikes. The randomness is both feature and friction. If you spec toward a transformation that never drops, your run can implode. That's roguelite DNA. The design choice to reuse campaign layers is smarter than it sounds. Your map memory becomes a score engine. Know the 3 fossil vein on Hilltop. That's equity you cash in. Your build getaways double as fast travel for rush runs. It's the game winking you studied for this test. Now the bruise. Outside Emerald Rush, DK Island is gorgeous and light on purpose. It's a museum of love letters. DK's treehouse, gangplank galleon, bongos bobbing offshore, deep cut nods to the Country Trilogy and 64. Reviewers had fun spotting references, then ran out of verbs. No unique gems to hunt, no bespoke challenge rooms, no enemy ecology you haven't mulched before. It centralizes gold bonus rooms for easier post-game grinding, useful yes, thrilling no. Multiple outlets make the Odyssey comparison because it's inescapable. Mushroom Kingdom as a free post-game world versus DK Island as a paid add-on. The word money-hungry gets tossed around. Others say the value is fine if you treat the island as a nostalgic hub for the actual mode you paid for. Quick spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Void Kong pivots his obsession to Emerald Ore. There are cute follow-ups for main characters. And the DK Island fight caps the DLC track. It's flavor, not a new narrative pillar. Back to safety. Let's talk friction points. 1. Variety. Across reviews see a wish list that never shows up. New enemies? Nope. Mid-run abilities that meaningfully alter verbs, not just points. Rare to none. Boss interludes to break 30-45 minute marathons. That's a miss. The perk constellation is expansive, but it amplifies existing tools rather than handing you wild new toys. 2. Price perception. $20 2 months after launch pokes the hornet nest. For some, this is an obvious side order playbook move, new hub plus roguelite, but side order also had weapon identities that felt transformative. Theory time. EPD aimed to celebrate Bananza's core movement instead of bloating the kit, keeping balance tight for the score meta. That's consistent with how clean the base game feels. It also means content hunters bounce faster. Here's the contrast that matters. IGN's take emphasizes how Emerald Rush pushes DK's movement to new extremes, praises the groove perk identity, but flags the thin novelty and lack of fresh abilities as a ceiling. Nintendo Life applauds the mode's pace and replay incentives, while being blunt that DK Island outside Rush lands as wasted potential. COG Connected sits in the middle, terrific loop focused, satisfying, but a one-note performance if the arcade chase doesn't spark joy. Nobody says it's bad, everyone says it's targeted. So who should actually buy this? If you finish Bananza and your brain lights up at phrases like quota routing, multiplier discipline, and movement tech laboratory, this is an easy yes at full price. You'll min-max grooves, invent deranged surf-only routes, and watch 7-digit scores snow like confetti. If your love of Bananza was more about exploratory collectathon vibes and set-piece variety, you'll clear credits on Rush, poke around DK Island, smile at the DK64 melody in your head, and feel done in under a dozen hours. That's not a failure, it's a mismatch. Veteran game stance. Emerald Rush is a strong systems remix that respects your time and your skill, but the package undershoots the imagination we know Nintendo can muster. At $19.99, it's a specialist expansion. For the score-chasing sickos said with love, it's a playground with a reason to come back nightly. For everyone else, the calculus shifts. Wait for a sale or wait for the next drop that adds new verbs, enemies, or a true challenge suite on DK Island. One extra boss ladder or a handful of bespoke trials there would have changed this whole conversation. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. We do the homework so you don't spend $20 to confirm your suspicions. Toss a like if you're nodding or fuming so this take survives the algorithm jungle. Final spicy note to chew on. Nintendo just taught a masterclass in how a roguelite graft can rejuvenate a platformer's endgame, then forgot to feed the new hub anything but vibes. Should DK Island have been free with Emerald Rush as the paid mode? Or is that just nostalgia tax talking? Your move, K-Rule scholars.